Welcome to the 8th grade Math Homework Helper Series. Tonight's homework is AA-10, Mixed Practice Angles with Algebra. We'll start with question number 5. An angle G measures 65 degrees. Would the measure of an adjacent supplementary angle to angle G be acute or obtuse? Find the measure of the angle. Well, if I have to decide which side is going to get 65, I would choose the side that is acute, because 65 degrees is an acute angle, which leaves the obtuse side open. So to answer the first part of the question, the angle would be obtuse, and to get the specific measurement of that angle, I can take the 65 degrees, subtract it from 180 degrees, and the answer would be 115 degrees. Next, we'll take a look at question 7. For the given picture, find the measure of all the angles. There's a few ways that you could attempt to solve this. I think the best way is to start with the symbol that you're given right here, which means a right angle, and you should know that a right angle is equal to 90 degrees. So D is 90. Now we're left to find B, and B is a vertical angle to D and also the 48 that we were given. So if we add these together, that's going to be the value of B. And 90 plus 48 equals 138. To find A, there's a couple ways. You could say that because this side's a right angle, this side also has to be a right angle, and 48 plus A has to equal 90, which is true. Or you could think of it as a straight angle or supplementary, where 90 plus 48 plus A has to equal 180. You know that 90 and 48 is 138, so if you subtract 138 from 180, it'll also get you the value of A, which is 42 degrees. Once you know A, it's pretty easy to find C because they're vertical angles, and so they're congruent. Lastly, we're going to do number 9. Find all the angles for the given diagram. We have lines CP and BK are parallel, and lines DX and EA are parallel. We're given two angles, 38 degrees right here and 125 right here. I rearranged the order of the letters based on the order that I'm going to solve them. And I started with J because I know that J is a vertical angle to 125. And so it's going to have a congruent measurement. K is going to be 125 from 180, which gives me 55. I is a vertical angle to K, so that would also be 55. L is connected to K in that they are interior alternate angles, and so they are also congruent. T is a vertical angle to L, so that would make that congruent as well. S is going to be 180 minus T, or 55, and so that would be 125. R is a vertical angle to S, and so that makes it congruent. Q is a corresponding angle to S at 125, but there's a piece broken off at 38 degrees, so 38 plus Q is going to equal 125. And so if we take the 38 away from 125, we get 87 degrees for Q. P is a vertical angle to 38 and 87, which makes it 125. N would have a value of 55. M is a vertical angle to N, which makes it 55. N is a corresponding angle to L too, so that's how you know it's 55. X is a corresponding angle to P, which is going to make it 125. A is going to be 180 degrees minus the 125 because A and X are supplemental, and that gets us 55. B is a vertical angle to X, makes it 125. W is a vertical angle to A, makes it 55. G would have a value of 38. It is alternate interior angle to the 38 that we were given from the start. H would have a value of 38 plus 55 subtracted from 180 degrees, which gives it a value of 87 degrees. C would have a value of 93 degrees, 180 degrees subtracted 87. It's going to give us 93. E is a corresponding a vertical angle to G, and so that's also going to be 38. Angle D is going to be 38 subtracted from 180 at 142 degrees. F is a vertical angle to D, and so it will also have 142 degree. V up here is a vertical angle to H and would have 87 degrees. And lastly, U is a vertical angle to C and is going to have a congruent value of 93. Please use the work that was done for you tonight to help you to solve the additional problems that are on your homework. And remember, the key to success in math is not only working hard, but working smart.